What's up, everybody? How's it going? What is happening? Why do I have that playing over there? But hi.
Am I on as well?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Listen, we're just going straight into this. That's all we're doing.
Okay. No intro.
You've been here before. This is not. We're not going pro. Listen.
Yeah,
I'll
many
figure out
times.
one of these days how to put people backstage and then do a proper introduction and bring them on. But for now, listen, you get shenanigans and chaos and whatever the heck else happens on here, which is fine. Yes. But hi, Sean. Welcome back.
It's good to be back. I'm sorry I'm in portrait mode because I guess I need to update my StreamYard. So, but I mean, you can still see me and all this,
Yes.
the black borders and everything. It's just makes it more ominous.
It really in this view, it really looks you can see that little wall scroll in the background that goes zoomed right into there because of that now, which is lovely. Yes. Oh, it's always a fun time having you on. Yes. Also, first of all, I am so excited that Battle of the Sketches has been back. I've been having fun doing that. That is good times. If you guys don't know that, Bernard and a bunch of the other guys, they do kind of monthly theme. You got different weeks of stuff, and that's been exciting. I've been having fun drawing some stuff on there. Yes.
Yeah, I saw yours. It's pretty good. Yeah, I got to get back. I'm so busy, I don't get to participate, but which I really miss. I used to really dive deep into it. Like, I mean, back when I really wasn't doing all that much work, I could take an entire day to do Battle of Sketches. Sketch. I would kind of loosely call it a sketch because really it's just like a commission-worthy or cover-worthy drawing that I would do.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I can't even participate.
Yeah, you guys got so busy. I know you had to stop it for a long time. It's been almost a year since that was since we did any of those, which I'm excited about.
Yeah, it's poor Jerry. He has to do all the compiling and just like wrangling everything and putting it in a gallery. So it's but yeah, he doesn't have the bandwidth anymore because he's got his own book going. So yeah,
he's got his own stuff. He just did the Conan book as well.
Well, yeah,
which was nice. Yeah,
that's right. So now
he did that one too.
Yeah, he's got his creator own thing going, which is a huge project. So it's very exciting, and then can't wait for that. You have him on your show when his book drops. So.
I will have him on my show because I backed his Monkey King books. However many years ago that was too. I have all that stuff. He really needs to get back in the shirt game though. I loved his shirts.
Yeah.
They were comfy. Yeah, so we're so good. We had a couple people pop in here. We're gonna say hey to them real quick and we'll come back over here. We got GT Key Comics. What's up, GT? What's happening? I'm gonna assume this is Carl.
That must be Carl.
Popping in here. What's up, Carl? Coming in here and he's popping out because he's going to dinner. Nice. I hope he gets something yummy. Yes. And then what's up, Les? How are you doing? Let's do this.
Oh, let's do this. Okay. Yeah, that's he's a fixture at every show and every he's the king of collectors, I call him. So
King of Collectors, nice.
Yeah.
There's we know a lot of interesting people because I know you from Bernard streams way back in the day. There's a lot of people that hang in that community that collect like pricey original art pieces, which and Carl himself picks up some art all the time too, and I love seeing that. Good time. Yeah, I got Victor in the house. What's up, Victor? And I got Kat. What's up, Kat? How you guys doing? Welcome on in, people. Yes, it's a lovely time. We're gonna get way more people in here. I know the C3 preview stream is still going, and if you guys are just joining me, I will be doing my stream on midnight Friday going into Saturday evening. So if guys want to get some good art, some indie books, come check that out all night long. Gonna hustle some art for some, American Cancer Society. So let's go.
Cool. Great cause.
Good time. Yeah. I've been taking part of it the last couple of years. We hit 55K all the last 3 years. So hopefully we hit 60 this year, which would be amazing. It's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, it's cool stuff. Let's see. We're gonna make it weird because that's what we do here. We're gonna make you giant, but not really because you're stuck in
stuck in portrait mode.
There's Sean. Hi. What's up, Sean?
Hey, great to be here again.
Yes. Listen, we have a good time, fun time chatting with you all the time. But listen, it's nice seeing your lovely face because I know you don't usually go on camera on Bernard's stream.
Yeah, I don't go on camera or draw on Bernard's stream, which is kind of sad because then he's doing all the heavy lifting. And it's not because I'm just being a bad sport. It's just because I can't draw on stream because it'll take me an hour to draw like a face. So, and it's not very exciting. So
yes. I used to do art streams way back in the day, and that'll screw you up, especially when you're like paying attention to the chat and like anybody else that's on camera, that'll like screw you up, and then you're like and then like takes just way longer than it should to do a piece.
Yeah, I don't know how those people do it. So.
Oh, the ones that I admire are the ones that do like the live art sketch battles at cons. Like they've done it so many times, but they'll go and battle each other, do the sketch thingies, and they're like, you got to pick like weird random things and then like just mash it all up together. That would be nerve wracking to me because I would just be doing stick figures because I'd be like,
yeah,
don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's part of it is I draw on my slanted board at the right height with all my tools, and then on top of that, it's just like me alone. So there's that whole solitude thing. And then at a convention, it's not only is I don't have anything in the right place, but also like everyone's looking. So it just ruins everything. So
yeah. You could do one of your what do you call those little dudes that you do the running Batman guys with the bombs? What do you call those things that you do? But you could easily do.
I don't know what you even call those. So, but yeah,
they're like little gag gifts, but they're like the running things. Yeah. I can picture it in my head, but I don't know what you would actually call that. A running dude.
I think that's one of the problems with marketing is that doesn't have any name. I think people want to contact me to buy it, but they don't know what to call it, so they just forget it. Like, I'm not even gonna ask. But I got a lot of requests for the Tippi Hedren one because I don't know, that's the one that seemed to be way more popular than any other one. So I had some galleries reach out, and then the people from the Bodega Bay gift shop. And Bodega Bay is where they filmed that scene.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that one got around. There's a bunch of like 30-plus-year-old women buying those. They all go to LA, to Hollywood, and that's where I'm sending them all. So I'm not even sure. Awesome. Like, I feel bad because they think like they see that they follow me because they want to see more, and then they end up getting pictures of like Cyclops and Jean Grey and stuff they don't want. These
poor little ladies. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, I was told you're not supposed to leave your genre, like the niche down. So technically, I'm not supposed to show any of that stuff because it just messes with the algorithm. They don't really know how to place you.
That's funny.
Yeah.
They're so popular. I think my favorite thing though is when you're on the plane going places, you do the flip up barf bag art. I think that's my favorite.
Well, it started out being drawn on the airplane on the barf bag. Yeah. Just to like pass the time. But then after a while, I was like, I can't really just draw this on an airplane. It's all bumpy and everything. So I actually just cheated and bought paper bags from Michael's and then do them in my studio. They're not even barf bags. They're party gift bags. So.
Party gift bags.
Goodie bags,
yes. Yeah, yes, nothing says goodie bag like a old barf bag.
Yeah. Yes, I gotta do more of those, but they're all very situation specific because with the running people, you can really should only do characters that are known for running, and ideally characters that run but also do something with their hands because their hands are not running, so they got to be occupied doing something. And then with the barf bag ones, it's something that changes on their head, and nothing else. So I don't really get a chance to do too many of them because it has to be something that's worth doing it for. So.
We got Kevin P. West in the house. Yes, go Lions. That's right.
Sports, whatever.
Sports ball. That's right.
Yeah. Foosball.
Good time. Foosball. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yes, soon we'll be getting running barf bags. Oh my god, if you can figure out how to do that.
I had an elaborate Chainsaw Man one going, but I never finished
it. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, I have to show you. Oh, I'll have to send you a clip now. Do you see the ones where they take like Godzilla reels? Like it's almost the same technology as what you do with the running thing. And they get like little cogs in like a circle, and then they have like an image in front, and then the background moves, but it changes depending on how it is. You could easily do these. Yeah, I'll have to send this to you. Yeah. I know
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
Both of those projects, like the Barf Bag and the Running Man, it all is basically the same thing. It's basically a child's craft project, but taken way too seriously by a professional artist. So I have a daughter, and she would have these projects. She was making those things, and you just do a little stick figure and make them walk, or you do like the Barf Bag, which is like a little hand puppet, and then like she asked like, oh, do you want to do one? I was like, yeah, I'll do one, but I'm a professional artist now, so that mine are like really, really elaborate. So it just like, so anytime I see one of those kids project, I feel like doing it, but then just kind of like missing the point by bringing like a professional level of artistry to them. Like totally missing the point.
That's the best part though. Like, listen, some of the best crafts are like you get really involved in some crafting. Listen, I figured out how to make plushies just to send people. Now I'm making like the most elaborate dumb things possible, because it's just, you get into it and you figure out how to do something. You're like, what can I do to make this weirder and better?
Yeah, I'm gonna try doing like that when you're in grade school, you do that macaroni art. When you glue it down.
Yeah.
And then I'll just do like the Sistine Chapel ceiling with it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Full on, just everything and be perfect. Yeah. That's how you do. Like, I think one of the favorite things too that I've seen you do is you built that in-house bird feeder watcher thing.
Yeah, okay.
You're so crafty. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right, Kev. Yes.
Just
to see the show
trying
tonight.
to do whatever to keep myself from getting bored. So
yeah, listen, you got to do that. Sometimes you need a break, but then sometimes you get like this weird spurt of energy, and then like you're up creating at like 4 a.m. for no reason, and then you're just like, yes, it happens.
Yeah,
it happens.
I was an industrial before. As a comic book artist, I was an industrial designer, so we kind of make these things using methodology and rapid prototyping and all that stuff. So I make things, and one of the reasons I do is because in comics you're drawing, everything's two-dimensional, everything's small, and in 2 dimensions because it's just comic book panels. And after a while, I was like, I'm so sick of 2-dimensional small things. So I would go and renovate my kitchen, and because it's something big and 3-dimensional, and it's a space. It's just a man cannot draw comics alone in life. It's like you gotta mix it up.
You gotta have fun. You gotta have fun with whatever you're doing, and I like getting creative and like trying different things. And I think that is awesome. I think that's what keeps you on your toes too, as like a creative person. As like you try to figure something completely outside the box that you don't normally do. And like when you finally figure it out, you're like, man, this is amazing. I'm just gonna keep doing all kinds of interesting weird stuff. It's great.
It's funny. Instagram also helps. I don't think I would do it if I didn't have an audience, but there's an audience there, so I was like, well, I'm gonna try to make people laugh. So most of it is just I have a group of maybe like 6 friends that I'm trying to make them laugh by putting this stuff on there. So that's what it's all about.
Making people laugh and doing dumb stuff is, listen, you gotta do that in your lifetime. You can't all just be serious and this is just no, we gotta have fun. We gotta do dumb stuff. That's where it's gonna keep you young at heart and creating and things. Yeah. Oh, it's fun. But yeah, so if you guys are just joining us, we're here with Sean. Oh, you've been here before. What's up, Sean? And you got Evermind. Ooh, the next half of Evermind is out. That's exciting.
Yeah, at long last. I was here to promote the first 3 issues.
Yeah.
And then now we're at the from 4 to 6. And that was a while ago. That's how long it took. And, honestly, there is some stuff like comics that came up in between there because it's just a good way to procrastinate to do other projects. But the reason it took so long is because, being new to writing, if I wrote at the same pace as like Tom King, it would be terrible because you have to be a professional writer to write that fast. So I wanted to get like as close as I can to real professional writing. And the only variable I could really play around with is the amount of time I spent, like how many drafts I did. So so I had to really drag it out to keep the quality high. And whatever, it's not a monthly book, so it's out now.
Actually, I think you guys did it pretty fast. Because in the last time that you guys had that, 247, they put out Zero Ghost, Bladesmith, and then Heroes Be Damned, and then you're looping back around to you again. So I think that's a decent amount of time since you kicked out 3 solid books, because you're doing 3 at a time when you do your campaign. So you're doing, you kind of make up for it by doing so many issues at one time.
Yeah. So I mean, it's coming out, and that's the important thing. And I think after a while, people don't really care how long it took to create, because you might come to this book 10 years from now and it's in a trade paperback. They just assume you did it all in a month. So
yes, because that would be fun too, because the first time around I picked up the artist editions, which I'm a huge fan of artist editions. I don't think I see them on the campaign this time. Do you know if they're on this time?
I write the book, I draw the book, I have no idea what's up. Like that Kickstarter is really a Carl thing. I don't think there are artist editions.
I'll harass Carl about it. Oh, interesting. But that's weird, I know they did pretty well last time. Yeah.
If you have 1 through 3 in artist editions, like it's kind of strange that you don't get to have 4 through 6, or
Carl, you hear that? You're eating dinner somewhere. I don't know what you're having, but listen, I want my artist editions. Let's go. Yes. Oh, listen. I'll take no artist editions for 4 through 6, but a hardcover one later on. Let's go with the whole collected editions, all of them together. Let's go. I'll do that. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of that. Yeah. Oh, I'm a huge fan of that. I've been picking up more and more hardcover, like the Omnis, lately, and a couple more of the artist editions of stuff. But man, the 12 by 17, when you do those for a book, it's kind of impossible to put that anywhere. The book is so massive. It's so hard to keep anything in that anywhere.
12 by 17. Yeah. Oh, so that's actual comic book size.
Full 11 by 17 page size. That's what the artist editions are. But because it's bound, it's a little bit larger because they're in the bound and usually come in a cardboard box to keep them safe. Okay. But I think they're huge. I got them all over the place. But yeah, they recently had the J. Scott Campbell one for Danger Girl, and I was like, man, I'm gonna back this. But I was like, I have nowhere to put these books. They're too huge. Yes, they're crazy. Yeah, very much. I know, because you could easily do, like, I have some of the Batman Unwrapped ones that DC did, but they're okay. But they kind of shrunk down the artwork. I'd have rather had like the 11 by 17, but in a size that works. Like maybe 9 by 12, something like along that lines, but don't chop them off. But yeah, artist editions are great. To me, I'm a huge fan of just looking at straight up pencils or inks or something like that, because as an artist, I love seeing that. I'm huge into that. Yes, good times. But yeah, if you guys never picked those up, the first one I ever did, I picked up the Jim Lee X-Men one, and it's so interesting to me when you look at that, because of how stuff fades over time. So like when you look at it, you could easily see what was Sharpie, what was like inks, what was like done with like a well quill, whatever the heck they used. It was, you could see it like all change depending on what they're doing, which to me, that's awesome. That stuff's fascinating to me. Yeah.
Well, you're a K-process junkie, but most people don't really get into that stuff, which is kind of sad because, well, I mean, we kind of draw the stuff at that size, but it's meant to be viewed. Mm-hmm. We know it's going to be shrunken down. So, sometimes when you blow it up or see it at actual size, it looks kind of bizarre because we know it's going to be shrunken down. So we're drawing it for the finished size. So a lot of artists don't want you to see it at twice up or whatever. But yeah, you can see like what materials used on it, and you can get a lot of information from that. So yeah, I like that too. I saw like the David Mazzucchelli one, which I think is a very popular one. I actually saw the original Batman Dark Knight pages, the actual pages, because back in the days, I think there are people who go to like the art conventions here in New York. It's usually in the basement of some church or something, and you can go through the original art dealers, and then you can find like a David Mazzucchelli page in there. I mean, he doesn't want it to be there. It's just, I'm not sure how it ended up there. But you can buy it for like maybe like $100 or something. And that's how like some of the covers sold, and they kind of disappeared and went off into the wild. But I remember seeing those actual pages because I met him at a convention in New York. In Washington D.C. And then I told him I'm going to go to New York, and I said that he's going to be there too. I noticed, and he said, "Okay, well, when you come, I'll bring the Batman Dark Knight pages so you can look at it. And I can teach you better if you look at the actual pages." Mm-hmm. So like a few months later, I went to New York, and there he was, and he brought out the Batman Year One pages for me to look at.
So cool.
Yeah, and then I get to not only see them reprinted at that size, I can actually see the actual pages.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. What's one of the oldest comic books you ever got to see original pages for? Because you were mentored by some interesting people when you started comics, and you've been around a lot of people over the years.
Yeah, I mean, the very first one was David Mazzucchelli when I met him at a local convention. And if you're respectful and you show him your artwork, he has to see a lot of people's artwork because a lot of people want to get into the business. And for most people, you just give them the standard, keep it up, whatever. But then when he saw mine, he said that and he told my mom that I was the first person that he's actually met who was ready to go from showing a portfolio, meaning like ready to work. And then I was like, wow, I mean, really? Because I didn't think it was all that good. But then,
so he would compliment.
Yeah, I would just kind of. He does a lot of. Back then, he was doing a lot of East Coast shows. I would just go to the one that he's going, and he always like pull up a chair, and then he would teach me, like tell me a lot of stuff, stuff that all the information I still use to this day. But and then and in a very short amount of time, because it's during the time when he's signing at the table, and ironically, I was sitting with him at the San Diego Comic-Con when he was showing me more stuff, and that's when the publisher for Valiant came by, trying to hire David Mazzucchelli to work for Valiant, and so David Mazzucchelli was like, I don't really do this stuff anymore, but this awkward Chinese kid here is a guy who is doing this stuff. And then so the guy Steve Massarti, who was the publisher, said, all right, well, why don't you come over to the booth and then we'll take a deeper look at your stuff. So then I took it over there, and then the person who was looking at this stuff was Barry Windsor-Smith. So that's where I met mentor number 2. Provided I moved out to New York and worked in that Knob Row, which is that artist alley. The artist studio of Valiant.
Yeah.
And then he would walk up and down and give us pointers and stuff for a short amount of time because he left. But I got to know him, and then he showed me. I'd learned so much more stuff from him. But with both of those two, I learned a lot from them. But I learned the most from Bob Layton, purely because I would hang out with David Mazzucchelli and Barry Windsor-Smith for a very short amount of time because they were just in and out, whatever. But Bob Layton was actually in the Valiant office like every day. So there was just a lot of time just working with him. And he also had the kind of information that I needed to know because, I was a classically trained artist, but not the comic trained artist. So Bob Layton knew all that stuff. So the whole dynamics and the American storytelling stuff is, I learned a lot from him. So those are the 3 mentors. So.
Yeah. Yes. No, those are some amazing ones. Yeah. Figure Drawing is going, ooh, BWS legend. That's right.
It was a while back. I knew he was a legend back then, but he's so enigmatic now that people just, all you have is his amazing body of work, and he's kind of disappeared. So there's all this mystique surrounding, and that living legend status really is looming very big. And I can't even believe that I used to speak with him and just know him. It was just blew my mind because no one's seen him for so long. So.
There's a lot of artists that kind of disappeared for a hot minute. They were huge in the scene that kind of disappeared, and a couple of them are just kind of coming back right now, which I think is phenomenal, and I really love seeing that because, when there's different movies and things come out, then people want to go and get the history of a comic book character. Then they get really depth into with the artists that were involved in these characters, and I think that's awesome. I think it's huge when those come out because you get a revival of an artist, and then sometimes you find out that artist is no longer around anymore. But then you're like, man, this is some amazing stuff. If you really go and look at some the Golden and Silver Age, even some of the Bronze Age artists that are out there, man, they were doing some incredible stuff out there. I would have loved to had a chat with any of those guys back in the day. That would have been amazing.
Yeah, I guess that's what these podcasts that you do. Pretty soon, I'm going to be a real old fart, dead and gone, or a hermit somewhere. And then the only chance you get to hear my thoughts about anything is on these little archived streams from the many podcasts I do whenever I have a Kickstarter. So. But speaking of there are some artists that they move on and they disappear, and there's some that stick around. But last night I did Swaggle House's stream when he was talking about Salvation Run, And then I said, well, you really should be talking to Dan DiDio because he's the one that initiated this whole thing. And then he just like popped up on the show because someone, I guess Carl, just gave him a link, and then he showed up. Yeah, and then what was sad was when he showed up on the show, he's like, all right, now what is this about? And it's like Salvation Run. It's like, why Salvation Run? It's just really weird to me that he has no idea what's going on anymore. And that made me really sad because I can't imagine working in a business where Dan DiDio is not part of it. And he's just moved on. He's kind of moved. I was so weird, but
because you had him on your yours and Bernard show like a couple of years ago. He was on there for that when he was talking about something he was working on at the time. And that's like the last time I really seen him around really anywhere. But every now and then
and so he was still in it. So I thought maybe he kind of does still have one foot in it. But what I find really strange are those people who, especially if they're artists or writers that do something big and then they just kind of move on and say like, well, that was a different life. Now, I raise horses now and I don't really care about that stuff anymore. It's like dealing with like Harrison Ford. Like, I really love Star Wars. And he goes, well, I don't. So.
Well, that's going to be something too. Like, okay, Stan Sakai loves everything that he does. Like, you meet that man, he's the most adorable person of all time. He's doodling emojis on everything. He's so adorable. Like, people love that and will take that to the end of time. But then sometimes you meet somebody, they're like, I don't want to draw that again because I've drawn it so many times.
Yeah, or like Alan Moore.
I get it.
I can never get enough Alan Moore because I'm in writing mode now. And then just the fact that he's like, oh yeah, I don't want to do that anymore. I also don't endorse anything I did in the past. And if you liked it, you're a fool. I'm like, oh God, please.
It's heartbreaking to hear, but yes, that's funny because there's a lot of artists too. They're like, man, don't look at that. Don't look at my old work. But I think that's important too, especially when you're trying to grow as an artist. Like when you see, because I have a lot of people on here that like it'll be their first book. And then like 2 or 3 years later, they're back on again, but they're redoing the first issue that they did because they've grown so much as an artist and they're better storytellers and they know how to do that. So I love when an artist progresses like that and you can clearly see how much they have advanced just because they just kept at it. And I think that to me is amazing. I'm all for that kind of stuff. I love seeing that.
Wow.
So yes, keep it up, guys. Yes. Yeah.
Mark Miller, who wrote, I guess he's kind of run through a lot of his ideas. So he's gone back to one that he did when he was like 13 years old. It's like those ideas you never throw out. You just kind of revisit them with way more skills. So
exactly.
But yeah, I am never going to redraw Ryan the Future Force. That's for sure.
You don't know. That might be your next Kickstarter project.
Yeah.
Just redo the whole series,
No, but what's weird about comics is if I redrew Ryan the Future Force with my current skills, the majority of the fans would say like, well, it was perfect before, and this is just I don't know what it is, some kind of like stupid woke stuff or whatever. I don't know what they would say about it. But what's weird is like when you put it out there, especially with comics, there's a time and a place for it, and they don't really want to see it changed. So
yeah. There's some really diehard fans of like some classic stuff, and when a character comes around, they kind of modernize the character. Because I've seen it a couple times with a couple of my favorite characters, like Glory, one of my favorite characters, and then they redid her and made her like this abominable like Hulk chick lady when she was just like this dainty regular lady for like the longest time. Oh, yes, the comeback we all need is Salvation rerun. Yes. Oh. Reboot it is what you need to do. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, it'd be cool to one up that thing and just have like instead of a prison planet for the DC villains, it'll be for the Marvel and DC villains. So it'd be like the inter-universe type of thing. That would be a big deal.
Ooh, okay, that's an interesting concept. If you're going to take two characters, Marvel and DC, they have to either team up. You can do villain, hero, villain, or both. What two characters would you want to do?
That's such a good idea that I think if Marvel or DC wanted to do that, they would have to get a different artist than me because it's too big for me. They would get like Pepe Larraz or Olivier Coipel to draw it.
Oh yeah, yes. Yeah. Oh, I'm huge into Marini. I want to see Marini do more stuff. Yeah. Oh man, that guy could paint. He's so good. Yeah. Oh man, yeah. Ah, man, yeah, I've been digging through a bunch of his Batman stuff lately. He's got some awesome stuff. That to me is, I love seeing people do. I've also seen way more people come back and do fully painted books now, which is interesting. It takes a hell of a lot longer, but I'm really enjoying seeing people do fully painted books, which I think is, come on,
Yeah, like
that is a whole different thing. Yeah.
it does take a certain amount of skill to do that. I think it's not the best. Like I think Alex Ross did it well,
Mm,
but I think a comic book is sort of like a halfway between a picture and text, because you read the picture rather than just look at it. You know, when you go to an
yeah.
art gallery, you can see an oil painting. You can kind of just look at every single aspect of it and just enjoy it. But then when it's in a comic book, it's really serving a bigger narrative. So you really can't put an oil painting inside a comic book, because you will just burn out your retinas having to, like, it's just too much stuff. And then when you see the whole page, when you step back, it's just kind of like a grayish brownish mess. So you gotta like simplify everything. So it becomes like reading pictures. So I don't know, with the simplified way of drawing, where things are kind of more iconic and they're sometimes black and white or just with flat colors.
Yeah.
It's images that can be read. And I think people always say they want to see like full on photographic, photoreal panels, but I don't think they really do, because they'll read it for a while and say like, this is too much. So I can't tell what's going on, because everything's
Yeah.
lost in everything's fully rendered. So
Well, yeah, that's the interesting too when you do like fully rendered stuff, because it kind of takes you a little bit out of the fantasy a little bit, because it is like so real, like in your face. Like it's interesting when you see, um, there's a couple artists that do like a very interesting cartoony kind of style,
yeah,
because they don't want to go into the more realism side, because they like that you have to kind of use your imagination to kind of like build that story up too. That's really cool too, like storytelling through artwork. And that's another thing too, is like when you have an artist working on a book and you have a writer, because you're doing both now, you have to be able to figure out where you're writing and then where you're extending the writing into the art, and like, like where you need to add that and stuff. Was that kind of trippy for you? Like, did you have like issues trying to figure out like where to write and where to like draw stuff?
well, it gets easier because you
Yeah.
know what the overall point of the scene is, and then
Hmm.
you can say like, well, I could handle this in writing, or I can handle this in images. And since you're the same person figuring it out, it's very easy. I think the one thing that lot that happens when you have a writer and artist team, if the writer is not that good, um, they would describe what they want to have the scene to have happen, and then they would kind of re-describe it in words, because they're used to writing books, um, and it's redundant. So so it's, I think the hardest thing was, well, I've had 30 years of professional comic book drawing, so I can handle the art part. But then
Hmm.
as soon as you put your name as the writer, you're kind of in big trouble, because a lot of red flags get raised, because they know this is not your stock and trade. This is not what you do, and then you expect that the work is going to lean heavily on the art, and then the story is going to be written like a juvenile. And for the most part, that's usually true, but that's not something I wanted to do. So I had to take a real deep dive into writing, and make sure that I don't create anything that's lacking. So that was the hard part. It's just learning to write in a matter of a few years, rather than, you know.
Yeah.
So the very first thing I did was that, I don't know if you saw like Wingman, my very first writing thing. I wrote, and then I didn't think I can charge for it, because I don't know what I am like as a writer. So I just kind of wrote that story and put it on Instagram for free, because I don't think that anyone should be charging for their first writing work. So
Interesting.
yeah, and then in the end, that it was 60 pages of a story that was Carl published it in a volume, and it's out there too. So so that would
Nice.
be my first writing, which got published, and then this is now my second thing. So very very new to this thing, and then just trying not to screw it up. So,
This is a very, very good question. I'm not sure yet, but would you ever have a trade down the road for Evermind?
oh yeah, I'm sure. Uh,
Yeah.
um, yeah, there's got to be. I think I think it's typical when you have someone do a project like this. I think it's not the best thing in the world where you put it out there and then you kind of profit off it once, and then it's like, well, if we repackage it, we can. It's sort of like if you're a big fan of the Beatles, you can buy the album, whatever the plastic record, and then the CD, and then the whatever you can buy them in 8-track, and then all the way now you can get the DVD version, and then the MP3 and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And you just end up buying the white album maybe like 10 times, and all that money goes back to Paul McCartney. So, I think it's kind of leaving a lot of money on the table. Just say like, we're going to release Evermind in single issues only, 6 of them, and then we're done. So we're going to try to make you buy this 10 different ways with variant covers, and then it's just a good business practice there. Definitely a trade for sure. Anything after the trade is just us trying to grab easy money. So just don't buy anything after the trade, I would say.
Oh, that's funny. But yes, I would very much like that as well. Hardcover edition, something fully collected. I would buy that as well, because I'm a huge fan of the story too, and we can get into that too. We've been chatting for a minute, but yeah, let's get to the Kickstarter page because that's what we're here today. You were already here for issues 1 through 3. Now this is the full thing. You can get issues 4 through 6 as well as catch-up tiers on here. Hold on, let's make us super tiny so we can really see this. There we go. Ha! Yes. Wow, super tiny. I know, we're real tiny. I know. Look at this. Ultra tiny. Let me refresh this because it's been a hot mess since I've been on the page. You are easily creeping up to 20K and 300 backers. Look at this.
Easily. Okay. It feels like you've been pulling teeth.
Easily, yes.
Okay.
Easily getting up there. But guess what? We're trying to get you more because I'm sure you're going to have way more people that want to read this. Also, I'm pretty sure you're going to have some stretch goals. We're going to check that out in a second. Project We Love. Did you get the Project We Love badge? You got to have got the Project We Love badge. Yes.
And that's quite an honor.
Yes, right there. Yes. Cool.
And cool. I think we had to get them to take off another badge that they put on there, which is fully funded in 8 hours or something like that. And that wasn't helping because there's a lot of people who go on. We ask people to go to Kickstarter and back it.
Yeah.
They'll go and they'll see that fully funded and say, oh, it's done. And then they leave. So we actually do better if they don't know that it's fully funded.
Well, that's interesting because there's a lot of people that go on here and they don't really understand, like, I don't care what site you're on. They get a little confused of like how things work because some stuff is fully finished. You're just trying to get the funds to like pre-order kind of thing.
Right.
And there's others that like, it's just a concept type phase. Like you need to go on and like, get everything completed, all that fun stuff. They're trying to raise money for art, whatever, all that kind of thing. But yeah, if you guys are just joining us, you've never backed to Kickstarter before. Currently, you're currently in the funding phase. So you have 14 days left to go. You already hit your goal, so that means you don't have to worry about it funding. It is you like you hit the 8888 goal.
Yeah, that's a Carl thing.
Super lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. But yes. So you guys are just saying that, trying to figure out what the numbers mean, and also the numbers will be different depending on if you're looking from a different country as well, because it will convert it to whatever country you're from. So check this out. 14 days to go. It's going to end Thursday, November 6th at 10:58 a.m. Eastern time. That will also change depending on what region you're from as well, too. So check that out. But that's awesome. You guys are super getting up there. And yeah, I want to see you get way more stuff on here because they're fun. It's a good story. It's got good art in it, and it's got a good story. And I really love the characters and how they're growing, too, because when you see them interact in the first issue, it's really cool to see how they're coming together and stuff. So do you want me to play the trailer right now, or do you want to describe a little bit what the book is about?
Oh, I cannot describe the book because it's a little bit much, but the trailer would be great.
Perfect. All right. I'm going to unplug. You're going to hear yourself for a hot second. Don't worry about it. Listen, it's going to be a hot mess. That's fine, but we're going to get through it and we're going to do it. All right. Let's do a test. All right. I don't think I've been muted. I think you can still hear me. Let me know, Sean. Perfect. You're going to hear yourself for a hot second. That's fine. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go like that. Whoa, that's loud. We're going to go like this. Yep. Boom. All right. Let's go.
invention begins with hope. It's a promise of a better future. I once held that future in my hands, but it was taken from me. The line between man and machine is fading. What was once an innovation is now a weapon. And I will turn it against them. Because my curse is theirs too. My invention is no longer about legacy. It's about her, about us. And our future is in our hands.
Hey everyone, Daniel Wu here. When Chen and I first started Evermind, it was more than just a story about science and machines. It was about family, legacy, and what it means to stay human in a world that's changing faster than ever. Making this comic has reminded me why I fell in love with storytelling in the first place. And now we're finishing that journey, but we can't do it without you. Your pledge today powers the print run that gets Evermind into comic shops next year and keeps stories like this alive for future readers. Thank you for your support, and let's finish this together.
Very cool trailer. Nice. I also like that Daniel's getting in there, getting involved and stuff. I know you guys were running around New York Comic Con was it last weekend?
It was crazy. Yeah, so many fans. So there's a lot of people came in cosplay and they wanted a signature. And then some people wanted my signature, but so.
Some people wanted your signature. I'm sure there was a lot of people that wanted your signature. That's funny. Yes, there's that Chen art we all love. Yes. What I really love about this book too is like you do some really good mechs and like the Cybertronic kind of stuff, but you have like here in this picture here, you have like the smoke and the cloud work, but you also have that flowing hair. So like you break it up a lot too, like with a lot of the outfits that you guys have, like the costumes that they're wearing and stuff, and like the hair flowing is amazing. You got that down pat, which I'm a huge fan of swirly woo woo type hair work stuff. I love that kind of
well, the thing
dynamic.
Is, in comics, all the images are static, and it's just like it's so frustrating that things just don't move. So anytime that there's cloth or someone's wearing a scarf, you kind of just, whenever someone's running, they kick up a lot of debris and stuff like that, and that's just kind of helps move things along in the comic a bit. So
it's so cool. Like it's so delicate. Like it gives like a nice like completely different like breath of air to it when you see all this like the machinery type thing, which I think is fabulous. It works so well too with the art style that you have. And it's quite interesting. I love seeing the different bot designs of like the cyborg like people that you're doing. It's really cool. Really cool design work.
I was before I was a comic book artist, I was trained as an industrial designer at Carnegie Mellon University. So I'm drawing. I actually worked in the robotics department, so I would draw man-made objects really well, like cars and consumer goods of all kinds. Mm-hmm. The thing I wasn't really I'd struggled with is actually drawing organic things like people. So I kind of leaned into my strength. So in the beginning, I was drawing from Marvel. My first book was Iron Man, and it was because I drew the man-made stuff very well. And then the people were mostly covered up, so you don't see my stiff anatomy. But over time, when you draw more and more, you get better and better at it, and your drawing gets looser and stuff. So every successive book I got at Marvel, the characters got more and more naked. And then I knew when they gave me Elektra, and after that, a Spider-Man arc, then I knew I've made it. Like they allow me to draw people now. So.
Yeah, that's funny. And this is very cool too. I like that you kind of do some giveaways in things for the people that are backing, which I think is awesome. It looks like you have one too. Like also, it's also Wednesday the 22nd, so it looks like you're going to get double tickets entries into this giveaway. So let me see. It's all backers in the first 3 weeks qualify. First place, you're going to get some slabs. Nice. Different versions here. You got the artist edition on here. Very cool. Unsigned and signed stuff. That's awesome. Let's see.
I guess you understand what's going on more than I do with Facebook. I don't know exactly what they're getting or how they get it, but
okay. So it looks like there's 3 prizes. Day 1 backers got double tickets, and every Wednesday, which is today. So this is the last week that you're gonna get double tickets. Okay, so every time you back something physical, or no, all backers. I don't know if it's just physical or not, but it says all backers, so digital and physical, get you some of that. But first place, you're just gonna get different slabs depending on what wins. But yeah, if whoever enters, I'm gonna assume they take your backer number and put it into a thing, and they give you,
oh, cool,
you win. Would be my guess. Yes. But yeah, you have a very cool story. I like Bobo. Bobo's great.
Yeah, it's funny. Like these characters were named when the concept was barely even, like, the only thing we knew is it's gonna have a gorilla robot and a female robot. That's the only thing we knew, and there was no story. And I think that's when Carl came up with the names. And you can kind of tell that when you have no story yet, that's the name you will give to a robot gorilla. Kind of generic, but then it's stuck all the way through.
It works though.
Yeah. So yeah, then there's like Bobo World, which is the equivalent of Disney World, and he's sort of like their mascot, like their Mickey Mouse, except he's like, covered with fur, but the animatronic version of him is that robot underneath.
Yes. Yes. So if you guys are just kind of wondering what's going on with all this stuff, there's actually characters. Well, if you read the first issues, let me tell you, catch up tiers, people, catch up tiers, get all the 6 issues to get on here. But yes, there's some stuff that happens due to, I guess, advancements in technology and cybernetic things along the way. But yeah, I like the underworld.
Yeah,
I like all that stuff. Those are some fun characters. I like that a lot.
It's based on. Remember when Disney had that Pleasure Island?
Yeah.
For the adults. So I guess the problem there was that Disney is primarily for kids, particularly girls, because of all the princesses. And then, but the whole family would go there, and they do whatever they have to do, and then get out of there because the adults kind of get bored. So they figure they can keep people on the resort, on the campus longer if they have stuff for them. So they had Pleasure Island, which is for dad and mom to go after the kids go to sleep, and it's just more adult stuff. So this is sort of the same thing where at Bobo World, it's the same thing where they cater primarily to the girls because of the princess stuff. But then it kind of take it, like when you go underneath at night is where the action happens for dad. And then so those princesses and the gorilla, they would take their skins off and just be in the robot form, and they would work downstairs at night. And the problem happens when they get the signals crossed, and then some of the adult stuff makes it up there, and all craziness happens. So it's
shenanigans.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is like the father-daughter team, which is interesting because I was saying in issue 1, like they kind of have like a not so good relationship, but it's really interesting like how they are changing and kind of coming together because of the stuff that has happened in this book. Let me tell you guys, some twists and turns in here, some interesting things happening. Yeah.
I mean, you always have to show progression when you write. They all start out one way, and the main character, Dr. Lucas Zhang, he's a highly flawed person, and who has is very estranged from his daughter. So you kind of know where the story has to go. He's got to work through some demons and actually try to have a relationship with his daughter. So, I mean, you kind of know that you're going to get there, but just how you get there is where it's kind of crazy. So,
Dinky D. Meats and veggies. Oh man. There's a lot of just fun imagery in here. A lot of really good action too. Like I love not just like the action that's happening, but like the stuff that you have going on in the backgrounds is really cool. That's been
the
some
Dinky D
phenomenal
is
stuff.
from the Road Warrior. I guess a lot of people. It's one of my favorite movies, but Dinky D is from I think the Road Warrior movie. That's the dog food that he feeds his dog.
Oh, okay. Dude, I haven't seen that in so long.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're getting some really lovely, like, just perspective, interesting shots here that are happening. I really love all this because I have read all the PDFs in the colored versions, but then I did pick up the artist edition. I think that's really interesting to see, like, where you go from coloring and the black and whites. It's cool. Oh my god!
Bless you.
Excuse me. Thank you. But yeah, no, it's a really lovely story. I'm a huge fan of the artwork. I've been picking this up. And you also have some really cool covers by some awesome people on here, which I think is amazing. Let's see. He's homaging his own infamous Wolverine 159 cover. Nice.
Yeah. So the idea is like you work so long and professionally in this business that you can homage yourself. So yeah, this is one of my best known covers. So I figure, I guess one of the hardest things about covers is figure out a concept. So that wasn't an easy one. He just said like, I'm just gonna do the same thing, but with the new characters.
Nice. Well, it works really well in that as well. So nice. And then this one too. I love this. This is a great cover. I love this cover. You guys know this. You guys know this one.
Yes.
The Wonder Woman. Yeah.
Yeah, I did attribute to Brian Boland because if I didn't, then I'll be accused of a horrible swipe. But yeah.
Yes. Good stuff. And this one, I really like this one too. Nice. I like the hatching on there. I like the colors. I think it's all just lovely.
Yeah, the colors by Tom Chu. So I would do, I do the story stuff and then I pencil it in and ink it. That's as far as I go with this. And then it goes to a colorist and Tom Chu, the colorist I've worked with for a long time. He makes it really sing. I mean,
he does. He does a great job, like really highlighting your line work too. And he's letting it shine, which I really like a lot. So good job. Way to go.
Yeah, I have a tendency to do lots of hatching and lots of rendering. So you kind of don't want to do that with the colors. So a lot of times just holding back and putting flat colors in there really helps quiet it down a bit. Because if he was shading and I'm shading too in ink and he's shading in color, then we're in big trouble.
Yes.
Hey,
well, what's up, Dr. Midnight? He's also letting your hatch lines breathe too, because a lot of times people will oversaturate that and it gets lost in the colorings. But I like that he knows your line work and he's letting it breathe, and I respect that big time. It's good stuff. Let's see. And here's your variants, because you have some variants by some really cool people on here. Very awesome. You have this one I heard was really popular. Like people were really liking because the Kpop Demon Hunter homage. Let's see, Brian Andon. Nice. Oh, look at, they got the yes. You got the babes. Yes. That's awesome. Let's go. Yes. Yay. Yes. Me too. I'm a huge fan of this. I backed the first campaign too.
Oh, wow.
But yes.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Midnight. Dr. Midnight is we love our such loyal fans. I mean, I've known him for so long, and he's so dedicated. He's always on the street.
Yes, so. Dude. Also, are you not part of a campaign or going to be part of a campaign or something as well, Mister? Yes.
Yeah.
I know. Isn't that also equally fun too? Because there's been so many of the younger guys that have been in the stream that are now creating or working on comics themselves, and isn't that, it's got to be something amazing to feel that, because you and Bernard have been talking to me. Sometimes you've been doing portfolio reviews. You've been doing like the draw along things, and to see them where they're just doing their own stuff now, that's got to be super amazing for you guys.
It's a great feeling, and it's a great medium to do that, because like if you guys, everyone's like inspired by movies and they want to make their own movie, and then a lot of times they see animation and they want to animate their entire, like they have ideas like Kpop Demon Hunter.
Yeah.
Good luck, because there's just no way it's going to happen, because you need several $1 million. But those people who like comics, you can kind of learn to draw and everything, and then you can just you can get it printed and do everything. You won't necessarily break the bank. You can just do it, and no one's gonna tell you to stop, or no one's gonna say you can't afford it, or it's something that's very doable. So I think it's a great medium to express yourself creatively.
Oh, for sure. I love that. And let's give him a round of applause. The campaign his artwork was used for was a success. Yes, let's go. I love hearing that. Let's go.
Very cool.
CJ is in the house. Let's see. Looking forward to this one. The first three were a great kickoff. Yeah, I think it ended nicely, and I really do like that you guys when 247 does it, they do it in like groups of like threes. So you get 3 issues at once. You get a lot of material at like one time. It's awesome. Let's see.
Yeah, I think what's good about that is a lot of times when there's an anticipated comic, like there's a new Batman writer and artist, and everyone's waiting for it to come out. You have to wait sometimes a couple of months, and then it finally comes out, and you're gonna wonder like, is it good or not? And you read it. If someone asks you like, well, how was it? A lot of times you say like, well, I don't know. I mean, I really need to read a little bit more to know if I like the story, because one issue wasn't enough. It doesn't really answer that question, like how great it is, because it's only like 20 pages. So I think Carl likes to take all these stories to the inciting incident or the midpoint, or like, I guess the inciting incident, where you kind of know whether it's going to be good or not.
Yes,
and it's a satisfying chunk.
I like that because you could sit down and read the whole thing and be satisfied enough, and then you can wait longer a little bit to get more, because then you're like, oh, this was fully satisfied, and I love that. So yeah, it's a good amount of reading material. And man, Carter Federici is just, the dude is too talented.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching him work
so
in
good.
New York. I think it's like oil paint or something, but it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's it's fully rendered. So it's really weird to see, because I draw in the comic book style, so I only really see it in black and white, and then when it's colored, it even still looks like artwork. But this is sort of like as if you took a photograph of these people.
Oh, so good. What I love is when he has a cover and he has the pencil versions of the cover. Man, that stuff, it's so gorgeous, because like when you see the colored versions too, you could really see the pencils now when you go back and see the colored versions. Like you could see where things are at, and man, it's fantastic. I really big huge fan of his artwork. Let's see. Oh, nice. Dr. Midnight says he thinks he's about the same age as Sean or Bernard, more or less. You gotta to hustle to get out there. Listen, that's the one thing about art. I see way more people branching out in their 40s and 50s and 60s doing books and stuff. Listen, it's never too late. Listen, you're at home, you want to do something for decades. That was the time. Go do it. Get it out there.
The good thing about waiting until you're old, a lot of times when someone writes a book, usually they say like your first 6 books you shouldn't publish because they're going to be bad without fail. And then like when someone like Mark Millar, you think he just came upon the scene and started doing amazing work. He just didn't see the 10 years before that when he was putting out crap. But then that crap you get better and better. So there is a way to get around that.
Somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, but the good way to get around that is just to be an older person, because you're smarter and you're a better artist and everything. So you can come right out of the gate and have everything published and not be embarrassed about it.
Oh, that's funny. That's also something interesting too, because that's a really good way too for people to start. Is like people have been doing tapas and webtoons, and now they're doing what's the other one? Global Comics. So that they're putting their stuff on there, they're getting feedback and stuff, and they're reworking it into the comic format, which I think is pretty interesting. So yeah, you guys listen, just put stuff out there, get stuff going. If that's the case, man, go for it.
Yeah, if you want to create something, then the most important thing is you start. The second most important thing is that you finish it, because I mean, like once you start, you're basically in rarefied air already, because you actually started something, whereas everyone else is just talking about it. But then to actually finish it, that puts you in like the 1% category, because you actually finished. And something really magical happens when you finish something, because you actually you learn a whole lot when you put the end on there, and then all of a sudden something happens where you can actually keep that going forever. So the second one just becomes easier. So I would say, like, now that you started something, that's great. But finish something, even if it's really bad, put it out there and take all the slings and arrows from it being bad. But the thing is, the important thing is to finish it, and then you're well on your way.
Good advice. Good advice. He's working on flats on the book he's working on now. Perfect. Let's go. Listen, can't wait to see you. Listen, you get your books out too. You're gonna have to hit up the Bernard and Sean show.
Yeah,
get going out there. CJ, I believe that was mentioned a little bit in the trailer that we played. I believe you are trying to be getting into some comic shops at some point.
Yeah, in some form. These are kind of a little bit more prestige, so There will be comic shop versions. So that's all in the works. I don't know too much about it, but I think Carl has that.
It's a Carl question. That's right. Carl is away eating dinner, but that's fine. Don't worry. We'll definitely probably have Carl back on sometime in the future because he's always he's a hoot. He's been doing I've been hanging in the unpacking pack rips of the Marvel Magic the Gathering cards streams we've been doing. It's a good time. Listen, we're all nerds. We can all hang with each other.
Well, what's strange about Carl is that he gets pulled away at any time, like he's doing some important comic book stuff. And then usually that is very important work that you have to be there for. But then he's got to go off and work on the movie. Like his attention is so then it's like, all right, well, it's a movie, so go.
Oh,
and then
that's funny. Yeah. Oh, I got his trading card. I got listen, I don't know how many are out there, but I got to start collecting on the full rest of the 247 trading cards, all the metal ones. Yes.
Oh yes.
Gotta get them all. They're great. Those are hefty too. They're like thick embossed cards.
Yeah.
They're fantastic.
Yeah, you can kill someone with it.
Weapons for sure. Yeah. Oh, we got Hard Shaken. Man, you got so many good people on this. You got Hard Shaken, and then you got Stephen Platt. Man, the coloring on this is just amazing.
So both of those artists are connections from our new editor-in-chief, which is Terry Cavanaugh. So Terry Cavanaugh actually worked with Howard Chaykin and Stephen Platt, which is really weird.
Nice.
Like, they're just completely different era and different styles, but he's worked with both of them.
Oh, he has some fantastic stories. I liked when Terry was doing the 1 hour streams he was doing on 247. He was telling some of the best dumb stories. Man, he's got some good ones.
It's like the behind the scenes at the Marvel office type stuff, and then he has all those stories. It's like like you're watching an episode of Mad Men, but it's like the Marvel editorial office in the 70s.
Oh, it's awesome. And let's see, we got Alan Davis. Man, you guys got some really good artists on here too, and it all fits too. Like their styles really work with the characters, and I love seeing that. Like just really cool how they're doing renditions of each of the characters. It's good times. Fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. Look at this. I like this lips. Lips are good. The little smirky smile things. Yes. Good times. Let's see. Ooh, this is interesting. I like the I like the light.
I think sometimes when you choose variant cover artists, you try to go with the biggest name possible. So it's like always like Peach Momoko or whatever.
Yeah.
And Mark Brooks. But with Carl, he's just like, who's the artist I want to see on this? And sometimes they're just plucked out of obscurity. Sometimes they're huge names. Sometimes they're Silver Age or like artists from a long time ago, and sometimes they're just people that he sees in Artist Alley.
Well, he should know. The dude's got pages and art from everybody. I love that Joker sketchbook he has. That thing is amazing. It's like phenomenal. Man, come on. It's good stuff. This is really good. Yeah, I like the reflection on there too, with the eyes, just like how it's like that soft, like pastel-y fades, like then the eyes are like super clear. That's awesome. Nice. And then you got all kinds of tiers in here. You have a lot of digital editions, the digital catch-up tiers as well. Phenomenal stuff, good stuff. So you can get all 6 issues there. So this one, if you back before, the first campaign was from 1 through 3, and then the second campaign is 4 through 6. So you get all kinds of stuff on here. You got standard covers as well that come with the digital editions too. That's nice.
Yeah. Nice. So the whole story is finished in 6 issues. So this is the complete story.
Ooh. Cool. Let's see. And then you have deluxe digital. I'm assuming that it's going to have just a little bit extra stuff of like behind the scenes, all concept work, thumbnails, breakdowns. Oh, that's cool. I like that gets added in there. I love that kind of thing to read in a digital copy. I think that's awesome. Yeah, fun stuff. Really cool. The story was great. I loved your art on it. And you can also get the physical copies as well. Some good things happening in here. Very cool stuff. Let's see. Neuralinked collection. Nice. You get all the variants. Oh, cool. If you just want the variants, you can get that too. Listen, you got good stuff happening here. It's all fun stuff. The Virgin variants as well. Yes.
Somewhere there's an original art tier. So
let's go down here.
I don't do too many commissions anymore because of the workload, but for the campaign, if you ever need like a 11 by 17 or 9 by 12 commission, that's really the only way you can get it now is through this.
Nice.
Because I have to wrap up this book, so I can't do commissions. And then once I wrap it up, I got to do the commissions for this campaign, and that kind of puts any type of commission outside of this is probably 2027 before I open it up again.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Interesting. Wow. Get on that action while you can. And then you got some holofoils on here too. Let's see. Then you got medals. Let me see. I think the art. Yeah, here we go. You want a quality commission. You got 9x12. Let me see. Let me go down here to see what the price is for that. Let's see. You can get you can get an each individual cover as well if you want to do that. And you get all the digital stuff. All the typical shenanigan things. The complete Neuralinked one. That's interesting. It's all 6 issues plus all of the different variants. Whoa, that's fancy pants. Virgin variants as well. The medals. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Listen, there's some people out there that drop complete bank on an art piece that I can't even listen. I don't even want to figure out how much. Have you seen some of the covers of the artwork that's been going bananas on some of the heritage auctions? I'm like, man,
someone's got money, I guess.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, listen, $6.25 for a 9x12. We got 2 of those left on there. That's awesome. Let's get in some action, dude. You get a full commission. Let's see. That's awesome. Yeah, get in there. And then if you want 11x17, you got $7.50 for one of those. Ooh, get some of that action too. Cool. So you got two different sizes. That's awesome.
Yeah, I really do the 11x17 because it's just, I don't know. I'm so used to drawing in a panel that I can only see. My cone of vision is so small these days that I can't even do a cover size that much anymore. So it's pretty rare.
Yeah, I got used to doing the trading card sketch card size, the little teeny tiny one, but it's also a trip because then you're like, I got to figure out where to put things on this card and not too much detail, because if you put too much detail, then it gets ruined by like whatever pen and stuff that you're using on it. Just swipe right out of there. Yes. You know what's amazing? You know what one of my first images of your Iron Man was? The Wizard cover.
Oh, okay, yeah. Where he's
way back in the day. Yeah, I used to have a subscription to that, and that's the one that I got. He's all like, yeah. That's a good one. I do like your Iron Man. You got some good Iron Mans. But yeah, this is some good stuff. Then you want I want everything to this also come with the art piece? Yes.
Wow.
Oh, it does not include the art piece. No. Okay, but you get everything else there, plus the medals and all the doodads as well. Oh, you also get a thank you video. Like, listen, from Daniel Wu. That's right.
Oh, it's like one of those cameo things.
I think so. Yeah.
How come they don't want that from me? Then, I'll sing happy birthday to your girlfriend.
Get out of that. Get it out of that. Yeah. No, this is all cool. It's really lovely art. I love the story. I'm very excited. Oh, you got 2 backers while we were here.
Oh wow.
Look at that. Boom.
Wow, it's the Kpop effect. That's we're lucky if during a 2-hour stream to get one person. So this is great. So, you got some crazy reach with your fans. So
I love doing this because I love talking art and comics and just dumb stuff. That's the fun part of this. But seeing people get funded, to me, there's nothing like that. I've been on some streams where there was like $1,000 away from getting funded, and people were just having a hard time depending on what they were doing, couldn't get it done. And to see it get funded because people came on the show is amazing to me. That feels great. Amazing.
Yeah, well, you're doing the Lord's work, so that's. I mean, really, to us, if someone can make that happen for us, we owe you everything. So
Thank you, Dr. Great. Midnight. I will always continue to do this, but my problem is my show got so popular that I was doing too many, and I'm trying to cut back to my regular ones. So I want to go back to my artist feature one, and then more of the campaign stuff on the other days that I'm doing it. But I also feel bad that if I can't get campaigns, and especially if they need help with funding and stuff, so I feel bad about that. But listen, I will forever always send you to another stream that does this, because there's more and more popping up of these all over the place, which I love doing. And then places like EXP have been great because they're also doing that and all the program that they've done. And I know a bunch of other creators as well are doing this too, or they'll do like the indie guys just jump on, talk, promote your stuff, which I think is fantastic. And to me, that's amazing that like you could get out there, get funded, and people could back your book, because places like crowdfunding apps are letting that happen. And that is phenomenal. I will never not do what I'm doing now because, somebody needs to do it. It's amazing. And Matthew Crossart is in the house. What's up?
Hey, what's up? Matthew Crossart.
Welcome on in.
Yeah.
All the way from Japan. That's right. Listen, I've been seeing his lovely family photos that he's been posting. He's having a great time over there. Yeah.
Cutest kid. Yeah. That's
yeah, it's adorable. That's right.
That's such a fun.
So I'm gonna drop. Listen, that kid is adorable. That kid's ready to start causing some trouble. I sent one of my other friends over your way to follow you. So if you see a different name pop up, that's who that is. But yeah, there's a lot of guys that moved to Japan, they got married, and now have kids that are like around the same age as your kid too, which is interesting, fun times. But yeah. That's the link right there. That's the link to go to your Evermind page. You are already funded. You got 14 days left. So get on this action because it's some good stuff. Really pick up those original art tiers. Make Sean draw stuff.
Yes. Draw a monkey.
That's fun. Draw. Listen, you also have a monkey in there. There's Bobo. You got yourself a giant mechanized gorilla guy. I'm going to drop these in here. There's a website to 247 right there. Go check that out. They also have really amazing content on YouTube at 247 Comics. Go check them out. I will see if I have that. If not, I'll plop it in here after this. Here is Sean's Instagram. Yes.
I don't think people say it if 24/7 ever says it, but I think you can read the first issue at their site. So issue 1 is available digitally. You can actually read it and see whether it's for you or not.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then
also,
the next two I'm going to drop. Yep. Go. Oh, yeah, you keep talking. I'm going to copy. You keep talking. I'm going to copy stuff.
Yeah. I think the company released issue 4 to review for the people whose shows that I'm on, and I neglected to give you issue 4 to read.
Shame on you, Sean. And I backed. How dare you? No,
yeah, I know. But yeah, you can. It's the stories is going to go in a good place because I actually took a long break after the 3rd issue because I just didn't really know exactly how the story should unfold. So I did a bunch of other stuff in that time. So it took like about a year off to figure it all out. And then because when you do an ending, you gotta make it inevitable yet unexpected. So that's the hallmark of a good ending, and which is pretty much an impossible task, and it's nothing I wanted to take very lightly. So I took my time, and I think I did come up with a pretty good ending, and I think you'll be pleased.
I can't wait. I'm excited. I really did enjoy the first 3 issues. I thought it was really cool just to see, first of all, what the heck was even happening with all the characters that was going on there, because it was all like just incredible fun action going on there. But you had that kind of the rift between the father and daughter, and then you kind of have to see them like force each other to team up, see where he's going to go from there, because that's interesting. You had some really good action shots in that too, which I thought were fantastic.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, this type of story, it's when Carl sent out these I guess I'm not sure they're advanced readers copies. Mm-hmm. Everyone he sent it to was female. And
really? Okay.
This is like, I'm very early in my writing stage. I really don't know how to go over. And he sent it to a lot of females, which kind of like concerned me, because a lot of times like guys like this type of stuff, like fighting robots and stuff. And he sent it to all women. So I thought I was going to get slaughtered, because this is not sometimes like this is like, some of it can be very dumb and juvenile, but I don't think that they, when they read it, I think they all were very, very much into it. So, that was a real shot in the arm to know that it resonates with everybody, not just dude bros
dude bros. Yeah. Listen, us ladies could do bro it out too. There's a lot of us that like action and dumb stuff.
Right. Well, I guess a lot of guys don't read, so I think when
a lot of guys don't read.
I gave this comic to a bunch of guys, like a lot of my friends, and they don't read it. And also, when they gave me their comic, I don't read that either, because I kind of, I look at the cover, I flip through it, I get a sense of what it's about. Yeah. But I mean, a lot of times when you give it to like women, they'll actually start reading. I'm like, oh, you're actually reading it. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm glad it went over really well with a lot of them. So.
That's fun. No, I like it. I think it's really good. I think a lot of people will like it. Not just the ladies. Listen, I think you get a good mix of people that will like this book. It's a good story. Yeah, very good art, good story. And I like that too, because Daniel was helping you, because he's really good at like, you know, being in the rooms with like the storyboard people and like thinking about the action scenes and stuff too. So, you know, he was really helpful with all that stuff. So yeah, you guys are gonna make a really good team. And hopefully this gets him excited about doing more comics, which would be really cool to see him do.
I think that would be great. With this one, since we started a little bit before he came aboard, and then also I kind of really have the story in my head, and then I'm working so hard on it. It's hard for someone to come in and actually make any real big changes, because there's been so much mileage on it already. So if we're doing another one, he's going to take the lead. If the story continues, it's going to be him writing it. So.
Oh, that'll be interesting to see. I hope because all the Comic Cons that you've now done with each other, I really hope that he's got the bugs, because he was doing cons before for all the acting stuff that he was doing. So now that he's doing it for the comic side, we're going to challenge Daniel to come do way more comics now. So yeah, get into the writing aspect of it, which would be great. But you got to have stories out there. You know, you're doing the biz. It's the same thing. You're just, you know, got to put it on paper now.
Right.
But yeah, I think it's great. I dropped all the links down here. I'm also going to highlight, this is how I know you guys. Dude, I don't even know how long it's been there. Maybe 6 years. Holy crap. You guys been doing that stream? Yeah. This is where I know you from. You guys are doing Twitch. Go follow them. You usually do a Tuesday night stream. It's usually you, Bernard, Chang, Jerry Ma, whoever else decides to jump on there. It's always a fun time. You are also trying to grow Bernard's YouTube channel, because I know you guys want to go there. So listen, I drop these everywhere. Please go follow them. Go click all these things. I don't have the link right now, but I will put it on here afterwards to go to the 247 YouTube page, because I love Carl's and all the guys' content over there. Check it out, because you also do. You've also been streaming over there too, for, you know, hustling your campaign.
Yeah, for that, you know, 1 month before the campaign and the month of the campaign. I have to be a very public person. Outside of that, you know, the other 10 months of the year, I'm just in my basement, in my underwear, drawing all day and writing, and then
building all kinds of random stuff.
So it's time to get forward facing and get in front of the camera just for just a little while longer.
Nice. Let's see. I'm gonna drop a couple other things. You know, we've been talking for a little over an hour. I don't know what's. Oh yeah, he's got one on 10:30. Oh, he just appears like Sean Windsor Chen. Oh. Yeah, you're Barry Windsor-Smith for the rest of the year. Yeah, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. Yes. But yeah, thank you for coming on here, joining me again. It's always a pleasure catching up, chatting with you. Always a good time. I don't want to hold you up too much longer. We're getting late and tired. Listen, we probably could use some a snack. I know it's probably the most you've talked all day.
I love talking about the book, and I love promoting it, because we really believe in it. And then it seems like just in the time we've been streaming that people have come. Some people have joined, so that's great.
Excellent.
You know, then I guess other than that, when we get back on Bernard's stream, we're on a bit of a hiatus because Bernard's very busy, but we'll get back to it. And then that stream is like an AMA. You can just ask us anything, and you got to be careful, because we will answer.
Listen, you will listen. I've heard more ass napkin stories on that stream anywhere in my life. Let me tell you, it's a good time. That's a really fun stream. But yeah, all your links are down below. All the 247 links are down below. The stream is on there. Oh, also, if you guys are artists and you're joining us, they do really good portfolio reviews. Sometimes they'll do like comic page, like things where they're like, hey, that was a couple of years ago you guys did that. You all drew like the same thing to try to figure out like different panels of work and stuff, which was really cool. I love that.
Yeah.
Battle of the Sketches is back. I don't know if we're going to take a break from that and then come back a bit, but I know poor Jerry needs to get on that more. But yeah, no, that's been a lot of fun. I love seeing that. So join us, you guys, if you're doing that. Have fun with that. I finally, listen, I did some of those along the way. I never posted them, so I was too chicken. I'm posting them now. I'm putting them on there. So listen, if I could do this, you guys can do this too. Cran is in here, says looks great. Yeah, it's a good read. You would like it. And as you said, I believe it is for free read, issue 1 on 247 Comics. If you guys don't want to go check it out, definitely go do that. And as for me, before we get out of here, Friday for most people, but midnight Saturday, the 25th is coming up. Charity stream for C3 starts. We're going to go until about 6 a.m. We're going to have a rotating group of art people on here. We're going to be hustling arts and whatever for the American Cancer Society. Let's go. Get in on some action. That's right. Oh, you're dropping me a thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This right here is the link right here. Go ahead. If you click this, you can go ahead and go and save the stream. Also, if you guys are artists and in chat want to pop on, because we're going to have it go to 6 a.m. Listen, and get 10 slots on here. We're going to be hustling art all night. So everybody wants to jump on here, you hit me up and I will invite you on here. So we can do that. So yeah, we got that going on there. Oh, this is what I will have up for. Listen, I got into cards. Listen, I got the bug now. Here, I'm going to make me big for a hot second. This is what I have up for grabs. So listen, this is metallic Sharpie and charcoal. I know that the Flash isn't on there, but listen, I have these guys. Listen, I have way more dudes, but yes, this is what I'll be selling.
Oh wow, Donnie Darko.
Yes, Killer Clowns. Listen, I got full on into all this. Got Return to Oz here. Even Count Duckula. That's right. Yes, I have even more over there that I'm about to paint in a bit. But yes, come get some stuff. It's also global too. So if you guys are in different countries, by the way, get in on that because you guys don't pay for shipping. So if you have an art piece or something huge that you guys are trying to do and you can't get it, let's say UK, Australia, we have a lot of people globally that buy items. It's free shipping to you. So yeah, you just donate directly to the link, which is this link right here. Let me drop that. Oh wait, let me drop this over here first, and then I will drop the link. So that right there is the link to the actual stream, and then this one right here is the link to the donations. If you can't make it, but you do want to donate, because let me tell you, I believe we're trying to hit 60K this year. We hit 55 the last like 3 years. So let's go. It's amazing. So yeah, check that out. But yeah, thank you very much. Oh, we got Dr. Midnight joined. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being a member. Because guess what? Not this month because I am doing nothing but C3 stuff. Coming up, months going on from now on. Anytime somebody does become a member, I will enter you into a drawing for either like a sketch card. You get me one of these guys. Well, not one of those guys because Loke made these. But yes, I have stretch cards that I'll be doing and giving away some art. So boom, check that out. Yes. Also, check out Tuesdays for Bernard and Sean's channel to go for those streams. That's how I know like half the people in the chat right now. That's how I met Dr. Midnight, Magic Cross Art, Kevin P. West. I saw you guys in the chat. That's right. All the homies. We've known each other far too long at this point. We're all like one big dorky family. And what I love too is when you guys go to cons, everyone goes there now and then they bring their families and it's all you guys are just like taking pictures of everybody. It's just great. So much cool. Yeah. One of these days I'll either venture to LA or New York or back to Baltimore. That was actually my first Comic-Con that I went to. Or you guys can come to the Midwest sometime. I'll get you in Michigan somehow. And then you guys come here. Shenanigans.
Okay.
Right.
You can make it happen. Yeah, you'd have to contact your local show and then ask them. So
listen, I've gotten people booked. Listen, next time they ask who's coming up and who wants to join, I'll put you and Bernard on there and be like, these guys they gotta come. Listen, made it happen. It's gonna happen. Yes. Before we get out of here though, do you have any other appearances or cons that you'll be at that you want to talk about?
I am doing a store signing on Saturday at Fourth World Comics in Long Island, and nice. I do a bunch of shows. There's Champagne and Comics on Friday. Yeah, like this is hell month for me when you have to promote it, your Kickstarter. I am doing anyone who has a show, as long as you have 3 or more people watching, I will be there. I will talk about Evermind.
You hear that? You hear that, comic podcast people? Listen. Yes, get you. Listen. I don't even say if you have 2, then you'll get a 3rd person because Sean is on. Let me tell you, that's what happened.
Yeah,
so there, listen,
too, so,
deal. Yeah, that's right. So yes, hit him up. You do have 14 more days left, so put him to work.
Yeah. Cool.
That's
but
funny.
It's always great to do this one. This one has a great reach, so this is definitely one of the bigger shows.
Oh, it's fun. Yeah. Oh, you're going to Baltimore Comic Con, or has that already happened? Or was that coming up?
That happened. Yeah, I got back from it.
I don't know. I lost every. Yeah. Wait, no. Then was New York Comic Con already happened?
Yeah,
both already
both
happened.
Like they were.
Oh dang! Apart, I've lost track. This whole month, my brain is dead.
Yeah,
and toasty.
I did New York, and then 1 week later I did Baltimore, and then because of that, I got sick because it's a lot of con.
Terrible.
A lot of cons in a short amount of time.
Con crud is awful. It happens. Let me tell you, it's awful times. I don't wish it upon nobody, but you can't help it at this point. So yes, very nice. Nice. All right. Well, we're gonna get the heck out of here. And thank you very much one more time for coming on here. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah,
I will see you guys in the chat. Yeah. Woo-hoo. Oh, wait, hold on. Which shop in Long Island did you say? Because CJ is over in that area.
Fourth World Comics. I'm not sure exactly what the name of the town, but it's a huge comic book store there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure he knows. He knows all of them himself.
Yeah.
Get in there.
And also,
go say hey.
You were showing trading sketch cards. Like I'm actually bringing a whole bunch of sketch cards, and they're free. Free with an asterisk.
Free
with an asterisk. The asterisk being that you have to back the Kickstarter at one of the. Yeah, and then you get to have it.
I've seen some of those. You've been posting some of those in the
Globally. So those are the ones. They'll be at the shows. If you find me at any show or any store, you'll get a card if you sign up for the campaign.
So. Amazing. So go do that. I know there's a whole bunch of people over in that area that are probably watching. I know CJ's over there, but yeah, go check it out, guys. Go do that. Go visit Sean. Yes, go check him out too, because you do a bunch of cons all over the place. So yes, hit him up. Yeah. Go to those signings. We're gonna get out of here. I could use some water.
I could use some food. Okay.
Yes, let's do that. Let's go get some food. I'm probably gonna get some cereal. That'd be amazing right now. Yes. I know. I got some Lucky Charms. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Wow. But we're gonna get out of here. Thanks very much, Sean. Thanks for the chat. Thanks to anybody that backed, by the way. I saw that. So we're gonna get out of here.
Okay.
Also,
there
is original art tiers. I go get those. But, oh wait, no, crap! I almost hit the wrong button and left you live on camera. No, button's over there. Hold on. Yes, no, that'd have been hilarious. They'd have been like, no, that'd been funny. But that's okay. All right, get out of here. Bye, guys.
Cool.